It was 3 years ago when the massive execution transpired in Maguindanao Province last November 23rd. The Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism, or PCIJ, reported that 58 people were killed in the massacre, 31 are men, 21 women, and 30 of them are local media men. This triggered the Committee to Protect Journalists, or CPJ, a non-profit independent organization in New York City, to label Philippines as the second most dangerous country for journalists to be in. This is the commemorative statue built by the National Press Club of the Philippines, symbolizing the 32 names of media individuals killed in the bloody Maguindanao Massacre last November 23, 2009. Many have wished their sacrifice would not be in vain and perpetrators would be prosecuted. It can be noted, then Buluan Vice Mayor Ismael Mangudadato challenged the former Datuansay Mayor Andal Ampatuan Jr. in the gubernatorial position last 2010 elections. On the other hand, journalists and Mangudadato's relatives, including his wife, 2 sisters, lawyers, and aides in the convoy, were all brutally killed and buried. Initial reports stated a backhoe was found in the vicinity of the incident, which was allegedly used to dig graves of the victims. The said backhoe was marked with the name of Maguindanao Governor Andal Ampatuan Sr. and was later identified as an asset of Maguindanao provincial government. Last November 24, 2010, then President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo declared a state of emergency in the province of Mindanao, while the Department of Justice formed a panel of prosecutors to handle the case. One by one, members of the Ampatuan clan surrendered and were arrested, while the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group of the Philippine National Police showed that out of 196 suspects, almost half of which are still at large. Although proofs and witnesses identified the suspects, the Ampatuan still denied the allegations and defended it was the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, headed by Umbracato, whom have ordered the ambush and the bloodshed. The Ampatuan clan have sought help from 40 professional lawyers and have filed almost 130 pleas and motions for reconsideration, and asserted that statements from the witnesses are weak and have a lot of flaws. After 3 years, concerned citizens seem to get bored with the slow progress of hearings, while the Ampatuans are still behind bars seeking for their freedom. The Defense Counsel has also filed motion for reconsideration to the Supreme Court to inhibit live media coverages because the accused have cried foul due to mental torture and pressure. The High Court sided Ampatuan's plea and have ordered to prohibit live media coverages of the ongoing trials of the Maguindanao Massacre. Meanwhile, the National Press Club of the Philippines, with other local media men, marched and staged a protest in Mindiola, Manila, carrying an effigy symbolizing the brutality and impunity of the killing. Ugatlahi Artist Group Chairman Crisanto De Leon explained the effigy represents the barbaric incident, killed the 58 victims, including the 32 journalists. It's an impunity monster with a backhoe head, holding a rifle on its right hand and 3 skulls on its left.
Bale, siya po yung negative character. Siya po yung representation ng impunity, yung kawalang kapananagutan dun sa Maguindanao Massacre.
NPC Director Paul Gutierrez meantime grabbed the attention of government officials and President Benigno Aquino III to make utmost efforts to prosecute perpetrators and bring justice to the victims and journalists.
Ang panawagan natin sa gobyernong Aquino ay sana'y makita niya ang Ampatuan Massacre for what it is. It is not only one of the worst crime, human rights violation in history, it also represents everything that is worse in our society, di ba? Yung reign of impunity, yung kabagalan ng proseso ng hustisya.
Furthermore, relatives and families of the victims were still very hopeful that those who are guilty and at large will be put behind bars, while media industry seeks the public not to bury memories of the massacre to ensure that justice will be properly served. For GNN, Paul Ang, Newsforce.